Have you ever had a near-death experience? I did. My daughter and I were on our way home from one of her violin lessons. We were driving on the freeway going about 70 to 75 miles an hour when the red car in front of us suddenly stopped. I didn't realize that the red car was stopping because they didn't have any brake lights. But I did manage to stop my car just millimeters away from the red car in front of me. When boom, we were hit by the car behind us that was going about 80 miles an hour. Hey, I'm Daniela, the vegan mom, and today I'm going to tell you about my near-death experience and how God spared our lives that day, and how every tragedy comes with a silver lining, and how every setback is really just feedback and a stepping stone for your next adventure. Okay, back to the horrific car accident. Immediately on impact, I was knocked unconscious, and I found myself going through a wide tunnel with lots of soothing and pretty lights surrounding me. Directly in front of me was a very bright light. It was mesmerizing, and I felt drawn to it because there was just peace. But then I heard a voice, and it said,
"Go back."
I regained consciousness, and I looked over to my daughter who was in the passenger seat. She was screaming and crying, and we were surrounded by people and paramedics who were asking us if we were okay. My first question was, where's the red car? Remember that red car in front of us? Why were we not smashed between the red car that was in front of us and the car behind us that hit us? We should have been crushed to death. I believe an angel of God removed that red car, so we wouldn't get crushed to death between those two cars. I walked away with my life on that fateful day, but I suffered severe head and neck injuries. By just looking at me, you would never be able to tell that I suffered debilitating head and neck injuries, and that most days are unbearable because of the pain. And I now have limited mobility in my neck and my shoulder areas. I believe that my plant-based vegan lifestyle, the green juices and smoothies, and highly nutritional food I'm eating have kept my injuries at bay and made my suffering somewhat tolerable. But I didn't want to live with this extreme pain for the rest of my life because it really lowered the quality of my life. Of course, I got x-rays of the injured areas and was prescribed physical therapy, which I did for years, but nothing ever eased my pain until I heard of sound therapy and experienced its power myself. Of course, as a pianist and musician, I knew about the healing power of music, but this sound therapy was very different, and I had to explore it. What really surprised me on my healing journey was discovering that the most effective sound therapy tool wasn't a crystal bowl, and it wasn't a tuning fork, and it wasn't anything outside of me, but it was inside of me. Can you guess what it was? It was my own voice. As a musician, I always knew that sound carried power, but I never realized how deeply the vibrations of our own voice could reach into the places where our pain lived. Through study, prayer, and a lot of experimenting, I developed a simple vocal technique that softened my headaches, eased the pressure in my neck, calmed the pain that had been controlling my life since the accident, and helped bring peace back into my body. And here's the beautiful part. Everyone has a voice. You don't need expensive equipment like an expensive piano like this. You don't need to be a trained singer. You don't need to have any special training to begin using your own natural frequencies to support your healing. It's simple, it's gentle, and it's free. And it is something that you can learn to use anytime you need grounding, soothing, or pain relief. That's why I now teach this vocal sound therapy method inside my Back to the Garden of Eating wellness program. I believe that God didn't just save me from the accident, but I believe that He saved me for something. To share what I've learned, to help you rediscover your own healing power, to show you that your body already carries incredible wisdom and your voice can help unlock it. Our voices carry vibration, intention, emotion, and energy. And when we learn how to use them consciously, they can become one of our most accessible and empowering self-healing tools we have. Sound healed in me what traditional therapy could not. It gave me relief, comfort, and a sense of control over my body again. And because it helped me so profoundly, I knew I had to share it with you. Your voice is your first instrument. Let it become your first healer. Your healing matters. Your voice matters. And if you are ready to feel better and reconnect with the wisdom that God already placed inside of you, then I would love to support you. I created an amazing workshop to explain what my Back to the Garden of Eating wellness program is all about. The link to the workshop is in the description below, and I hope to talk to you very, very soon. And I hope that you will join my Back to the Garden of Eating program. Please like and subscribe and become part of our vegan tribe. And until I see you in the next video, be blessed and take very good care of yourself. Bye.